Well, but you've been waiting on kind of a breakthrough, and it all came at one time today at the right time, didn't it?
Well, I've always needed that. And, 7 runs, and Brendan Venter needed it. Our team needed it, is the bottom line. And got off a swing like we've seen him do, earlier in the year. Made a huge difference, made another pick for us. But that's a team win. And, I think for the first time we saw a Cody Greenhill effect for us. And it's really good for, we played a bunch of games without really saying a whole lot about Andrew Mitchell and Cody Greenhill being out. And I thought the last 2 days, both those guys, pitched good and pitched for a while. And, with Greenhill, you're kind of at that point with, sometimes with college pitchers, you're like, man, we got to get one more guy in the ball game to finish this thing off. But he's got a competitive spirit and a competitive nature that he was able to finish a game. But, again, I thought all 3 days we played good defense. They had the big inning yesterday that won them a ball game. We had it today. And win a series, probably the difference was probably Casey Mize, and then the big innings the last 2 days. It was nice to win a series at home. It's been a grind for us. The whole first 5 or 6 innings felt like we're just grinding away at this thing, trying to wait for something to happen, and thankful that it did this afternoon.
They've either got to jump the railing or run by you. How many guys were out of the dugout when Fenner made contact? I mean, it seemed like it was a big moment for the entire dugout.
I usually stand there. I just come on out and walked around because I knew I would, that was good. I wish they would knock me out of the way more often. So, but that was a big moment for them, kind of a pressure release valve or something. So that was good. Good to see.
But Judd Ward has been a guy that's kept earning playing time and a double and a triple today. And
yeah.
Just what have you seen out of him that's enabled him to kind of come through?
Fresh, energy, life. Got a good arm. The defense, I thought he looked comfortable in the outfield this weekend. Really had good at-bats the first 2 days with nothing to show for it against 2 really quality left-handed starters. And nice today that he got something for it because I'm like, man, he's having good at-bats. Put him in there again if you want to. And Gabe did, and we put him back out there, and we're rewarded for him just staying after it and getting the 2 hits today. We're big.
How's Josh Anthony doing?
Out of the blue, if he could have just waited 15 minutes, I think he was just throwing up and threw up right there, and the whole clock had expired there, and they're like, finally come to me when it's time for the inning to start at the bottom of the 9th, and saying he's still in the bathroom with Dr. Goodlett and the trainer. And so what did we do? We put the catcher in the K corner, and we just started moving musical chairs to get 3 outs there. We did a little bit of everything quickly, so that kind of caught us off guard. But Cody did a nice job to finish it up for us.
But just to get this series win and to have the off, what's this Sunday mean for you guys?
Well, if you just look at Sundays too, that's the last one was a hard one, a walk-off last weekend. And really our 3rd games have been tough for us. So that's really good to get a series win. Just the timing of it is huge. We're at the halfway point now. Every one of these games, you cannot go back and say, well, we could have got this game or that game, or you can't do that. I've been able to do that for the last 17 years in the SEC. It's not a good game to play. So we just got to keep moving forward. I did when I woke up at home this morning. I live about 3 miles from here. And I woke up and I got in the car and I'm like, man, it's a big one. It's a big one for our program. It's a big one for this team moving forward this year. So sometimes in this league, it doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just got to be a W. And you get to that point when, you get to a certain stage. So this one keeps us moving ahead. I think, beginning of the weekend, you may or may not be in the tournament, and today you are. But again, we're at the halfway point. We got 15 more games to play, and I think this team has a chance to get back and get hot again. But one inning don't make a comeback or get you situated. We have to keep pushing and figuring out a way to keep trying to, to take care of ourselves. Whether we're banged up, we can't feel sorry for ourselves. If somebody's out, we can't feel sorry for ourselves. We got to compete because everybody's going through living the same life in this conference.
You mentioned the Cody Greenhill effect. What does it mean to have a guy? I mean, they call him Bull. You guys do. I mean, he delivers that on the mound. What's that do for a team?
I think it sparks them. I think they know that we can finish a ball game with the lead. I think we felt like that with Coker, and he tried to do it all by himself for a period of time. I just think people feel like, I think the players feel like there's reinforcements there, and every time, so that's huge for Cody Greenhill. That's only the second time he's ever been in an SEC ball game, just by being out with the mono and everything. So I just think there's something powerful about getting a last out in an SEC ball game that you can kind of put a notch in your belt. And I think confidence comes from skill acquisition. So finishing a ball game is like another version of acquiring skill for him. So I thought it was huge for him to finish that ball game.
Is there something to be said for Judd in the sense of, in middle to late February, were you guys thinking about just kind of scratching it and maybe taking a redshirt year with him and a development year with him, and he kind of stayed ready?
You know, we didn't play him the first weekend. It's
right.
Amazing that you say that. We didn't play him the first weekend, and I sat down with him on that Monday afterwards and just discussed it with him and had him communicate with his family. You know, what's the best interest for Auburn? What's the best interest for your career? You go through all that, and you really don't decide a redshirt till the end of the year. But it was already at that point in time. I held him out that first weekend because we wasn't sure.
Right.
And once he made a commitment that he wants to play, then we, always trying to develop ball players in practice in a game and got him in some. But it's been his work ethic. I would say if we kept a log of players that come knock on a door to go hit in the batting cage, he's logged the most hours. And he bugs Coach Gross to death. And he's rewarded for that hard work, and he's got the opportunity, and it's kind of neat to see. But the other thing is he's not fearful. And so he's got a work ethic. He's not fearful. He's pretty athletic. He's gotten his opportunities, made the most of it. It's pretty good shot in arm for the team, too.
Thanks, Butch.